Good morning everyone. Today's video, we're off to Herne Bay, which is near Margate in Kent for the Kent Comic Con. This is the furthest I've ever travelled for a Comic Con. I'm not too bothered about Comic Cons now. I've been to London a couple of times and I feel that one is getting not as good every time I go. It's getting smaller and less stalls. So I wasn't too bothered about Comic Cons until I got a message one evening from Paul, Big Paulie, saying you will possibly want to go to the Kent Comic Con. I thought, I don't know. And then he sent me the picture and yeah, I wanted to go straight away. So we're off to the Kent Comic Con because for the first time making their European debut is the Chips cast. All three will be there: Larry Wilcox, Eric Estrada and Robert Pine. I can't wait to meet them. I have learnt my lesson from the London Comic Con. You may have watched my London Comic Con video. You'll have to scroll back a few videos, but I had who did I have first? I had Richard Dreyfuss. He was down as a photo shoot with him. He cancelled, and so did Alec Baldwin cancelled, and I was upset because I paid the money, didn't really get a refund straight away. That's all been cleared up now. I have got refunds for those guys, but they can cancel any time. So I held off because I was thinking, is this Chips cast, you know, is Eric Estrada and Robert and Larry going to show? So I held off, and I'm kind of pleased I did, because if you look at the pricing, so the pricing is $15.50 each adult to get in, plus a booking fee. Then if you want the Chips group photo shoot, it's £103.50 including a booking fee. Or you can have a CHP motorcycle photo shoot with the three guys for £142.50. So I think it's worth getting the CHP motorcycles for an extra, what is that? That's an extra £9. Or if you want each autograph, it's £43.50 including a booking fee. Or, so that's including the booking fee, sorry. So I've basically paid for the adult ticket to get in, and I haven't paid for the autographs because I feel if I get there, maybe the £3 booking fee isn't going to be on that price. So I'm hoping to save £10.50 on all three autographs. I don't know, maybe I'll get there and the autographs are more expensive because I haven't booked in advance. I don't know, but I want to get this signed, and it's kind of perfect in a way because if I don't know what, well, that's the front. So on the front we could have Robert Pine, for instance, and then on the left we could have, we won't get my left and right, depends whether you're, what way you're, if the bikes are facing you and everything. So on the left we could have like Larry Wilcox, and then on the right side we could have Eric Estrada's autograph on there, because that's how they ride in the on the Chips series. I don't know, we'll have to see and wait till we get there. Who else is there? There is Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters, the car, that's going to be there. I think Charlie from Casualty, we've got Flash Gordon there, Anita Dobson, there's a host of different stars there. I'm not too sure what to expect because it's in a high school or school. So I've got a feeling it's going to be smaller than the London Comic Con, obviously, but is it going to be too crowded? That's my only concern. Anyway, let's get off to Herne Bay because it's very early in the morning. It's going to take quite a bit of time to get there, and I'll meet you there. See you in Herne Bay. Okay, so we've arrived in Herne Bay. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. The sun's out, although there are a few clouds around. If you go on the website, entry to Kent Comic Con says 10 a.m, although the tickets say 9:30. It's 8:45 at the moment, so we're going to grab a coffee because I just parked outside of Wetherspoons. So we're going to grab a coffee and then take a stroll along the beach and see if we can get into the Kent Comic Con at 9:30. So here we are, just going for a stroll along Herne Bay on the beach, and I can't believe I've actually seen Leatherface.
Live from Sky Fox 1, crackhead on the loose, last seen smoking crystal meth out of a Pepsi can.
It's a sign. I parked the car quite away from the school because the queue is massive. Oh my gosh. Driving past the school, they got a California Highway Patrol police car, 2 of them, and the bikes. Just can't wait. I'll film those while I'm in the queue, and the weather has changed. It's absolutely pissing it down. I'm soaked.
shit, that was you?
Hell.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just show him all this.
Oh, okay, perfect.
What do you feel about trying time?
Oh my God.
Ah.
Beautiful.
Look who's here.
Hello, everybody.
Evander.
How's it going?
How cool was that, seeing Evander? And I did get to see Evander's family as well. Hello, if you are all watching. Just on our way now for the Chips talk, the CHP talk. I've got to try and think of a question to ask him.
For 7 days until I had it in the hospital, I had it in a tent and IVs all over me. So yeah, I never rode a motorcycle. They had to teach me, and we got really good at it. But there's only two kinds of motorcycle riders: those that have been down and those that are going to go down. That's it. That's it. That's what you get. So I got hurt really bad, and I had a spiritual thing going on in the hospital, out-of-body experience, while I was in a coma. And I said, I'm getting out of here, and I got out.
You're dismounting away from traffic, and there's certain rules they had, so we had to learn all those rules. We had to lay down the bikes, we had to wreck the bikes, we had to do high-speed braking so the rear end comes around and says hello to you. It's a little frightening to say the least. And but you have those big bars on the side of the motorcycle, so when you go down, at least it isn't falling on you. You're protected by the bars. So, and you have those big boots, so you're somewhat protected. The helmet, you have to wear a helmet riding a motorcycle or a bicycle. It's just naive, perhaps more crass statement is ignorant to be riding without a helmet.
And when I did there, I came around the corner and then I was going down and there was a wall there, a sound stage. I had to either go right or left. And so I'm going down there and one of the, I think it's the left hand is the accelerator. Clutch. This is part of the problem. Okay. So this is the clutch, and this. Okay. So I'm going down this, and I got to either go right or left, or brake. So I panicked, and instead of de-accelerating, I accelerated right into the wall.
How long did it take to film one episode, and did you all get on?
7 days.
7 days.
What do you say?
How long would it take now until you all get on?
It would take 7 business days to shoot all this film, and then they take and cut it down to 48 minutes so they could fit in 12 minutes of commercials.
Thank you. And did you all get on?
We hated one another.
home and it was a lovely day. It was nice to get a chance to see my childhood heroes in person, which is something I never thought would actually ever happen. But Chips have made their European debut at last. I'll talk about Chips in a moment. I said earlier about it would put me off going to the London Comic Cons and future Comic Cons because London's getting smaller. The stars are kind of blowing out because they're bigger stars. But with the Kent Comic Con, it was nice and chilled. I was able to take videos of the stars, providing it wasn't too long. And it was just such a chilled day. When I got to the school, they had an advertisement for Kit the car being there from Knight Rider. That wasn't there. Also on the main advertising online, Anita Dobson was meant to be there. I didn't see her around, and I think that was it. There might have been one or two others that didn't show up, but the main people that were meant to be there, the Doctor Who's, the Chips guys, they all showed up, and it was a chilled, relaxing day. It wasn't as busy as the London Comic Con either, which was nice. Pricing, I've learnt my lesson. I will now do this when I go to future Comic Cons, because I think I will not go to the London one so much, but go to other Comic Cons. For instance, there's one in June in Hastings. I might see who's at that one before I sort of commit to going. But I think the smaller venues are actually better. And the pricing, remember I said at the start of this video where there was that awful £3.50 booking fee each autograph? Well, by waiting and just paying the entrance fee, when I got there, it was £3.50 cheaper each autograph. So Robert Pine, Eric Estrada and Larry Wilcox was all £40 each instead of £43.50 each. So that was a good bonus. One thing I've got to say, and it is a complaint, because I paid £40 for an autograph. I was expecting to get, where they were so strict on the autographs, you could have maybe asked if they could sneak a sneak autograph on your box set, but I didn't want to be cheeky. But I was hoping to get a poster, because you pay for that poster where they sign that poster. I was hoping to get a poster of each. There was loads to choose from, but I was hoping to get a poster with my £40 paying for the autograph. That was not allowed, because I was paying for the autograph to go on my box set. But where the person I went with, Jason, he paid the same as me, but he got the actual poster for them to sign. I just think they should have given you the poster, but I think they thought you were going to ask for 2 autographs, which is fair enough. But that would be my only complaint. So let's go through what I actually picked up from that Comic Con. I'm going to go start with this Chips box set, because this is the main thing that I went for to get. Falling down behind me. Right, so on the front we have got Robert Pine's autograph. So what I've done exactly what I wanted. So when you're looking at the camera of the Chips guys, you've got Puncharello this side, you've got Larry this side, John Baker this side. Okay, and I thought I'd go for the Sarge on the front. Could have had any colour writing, but we stuck with the blue. So on the front we have got Robert Pine, Sarge, and then we got his, is it SY there? If we go round to this side, we have got, so we've got Eric Estrada, where he signed it there, Punch, and we have got, I don't know what we got there. 7 Mary 4, there you go, I can read that. 7 Mary 4. And then if we go around to the other side, we got Larry Wilcox, and we've got John, and we've got 7M3, 7 Mary 3. So 7 Mary 4, 7 Mary 3, and I've got the Sarge on the front there. So happy to get that signed. And meeting them, they seemed so happy and chilled, and it was lovely. You could have a chat to them. It was really nice. And not only that, I mean, walking around, I had a few minutes chat with Nick Owensford. You know, he's from Star Wars, Andor and stuff. And I didn't actually pay for his autograph or pay for a photo, that sort of thing, but just having a chat to him. Same with the guy that did the Zippy from Rainbow and everything. He was having a chat, and I never paid for any autographs or photos, but it was just nice, and everybody seemed happy to be there, which is not so much the case in London, I feel. So the Chips guys were absolutely fantastic. Like I say, they were nice, they were friendly, they answered any questions you wanted. I did ask a few questions in person to them, and they did answer them. And it was just a nice, relaxing atmosphere. It's good to see Evander there and meet Evander's lovely family, who I've met many times before, but it was nice to see those guys there as well. Okay, so I've managed to find this laying around where someone's just left it, and I'm pleased they didn't pay for the money for it. They were charging £3 for these, and it's just a program of the day. But okay, so you got the stars there. There you go, Nita Dobson. So she's advertised in the program there, and it's got a map there, and then so those were the guests that were meant to be there. And then inside there's just it's a lot of adverts. Again, it's only about 10 pages long. It's not worth £3. I was lucky to find this one hanging around. So that was the program that I managed to actually pick up. So obviously Punch signed that. I went back at the end because Jason got one, and I thought it's my last chance to actually buy one of these. And I bought the California Highway Patrol patch, and Punch has signed that up there. What I want to do, I want to try and put that in a white box frame and put it somewhere behind me against these shelves. What we've got there, we've got Eric Estrada, where he signed it up there. I know you can hardly see it on camera, but you can see it closer in person. We've got Punch there. So that would be nice framed. Did manage to get one of these. These are what I was talking about. This was just one from Larry Wilcox. John Baker, 7 Mary 3, it says there. I was just hoping to get one of these with each signature, as well as that box signed. I mean, I wouldn't have got this signed. I would have just kept it and just gone for my DVD box set being signed. But unfortunately, I wasn't allowed, so that was extra. This box set, they were selling this. You might have saw it in the video. They were selling these at £150 each. Now, this did not cost me £150. I think this was only around about £50. So that's £100 on top. I don't know. Maybe they are £100 now. Caroline got me this, and if I'm going to frame this, I mean, this is quite cool. It's Empire Strikes Back, the poster. It's going to go above my Darth Vader there, and I've got Return of the Jedi up there, which I'll show you in another video. It's just a foil on the back there, and she also got me this as well. They had Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, and this one, but I went for the Cornetto trilogy. So we've got Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. It's just film cells. Nothing too special, but I think that's going to look quite nice framed. And that is all of my pickups, apart from the little cards that Eric Estrada gave me. This one, his wife was there as well, and his wife, she was so nice and polite. You might have heard her on the actual, I did try and keep the sound in for Eric Estrada. That was his wife next to him, and she was nice, and she said, any merchandise you want, it's all real and true, and Eric will sign that from his house and ship that to the UK. So if you want to, I can't see a thing, but I'm presuming that's clear. I don't think so. If you want anything from Chips by Eric Estrada, that is there. Also nice hearing about John Baker. Larry Wilcox. It's also nice to hear his background as well, where he went to Vietnam and stuff. And he gave me this card here. You can see you've got him in the army there, I presume. And that's him now. And it tells you about then and now on the back. lovely day, a nice relaxing day, pretty chilled as well. And it's not put me off going to Comic Cons. Can't wait to go to the next one. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe if you can, because it's all free. It really does help to support the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. See you all in the next video. Bye-bye.